Yo, what's cracking, folks? In this video, I'm going to be talking about change orders. This is something that happens on a lot of jobs really frequently, where you get into someone's home, you're contracted to do a job, your estimate is for a specific scope, and then the client will ask you to do something else that's not included in your original estimate. There can be some gray areas here as far as what they may have thought was included in your quote and what you thought it included. As you get more experience in contracting, you'll kind of know what things in your estimate you need to make sure are included, and then having specific exclusions. So that is a really handy feature to get good at as far as saving you a lot of time and money and effort on the back end. The closer you can get your expectations and the client's expectations to line up, the smoother everything's going to go. And then oftentimes the client knows that it's not covered, and they're going to say, hey, so I'll give you an example for us. A lot of times we're working in our house, and then they'll forget that they had a water damaged area on a ceiling in another bedroom or something. So that's clearly not covered in the scope of the job. Maybe we were just contracted to paint the master bedroom, and it's their kid's bedroom that had a leak in it. And they'll say, hey, while you're here, can you repair the ceiling? And our process is, we'll take a look. And then if they're fine with doing it for time and materials, that's oftentimes how we do change orders, because it's just easier to say, are you okay with us just charging, X amount of dollars for our hourly rate and then plus materials? And they'll be like, yeah, that's great. And that it can be as simple as that. And then when you actually do the work that's additional work, you track your time, you track the materials you use, and then you invoice them at the end of the job. Now, some people will ask you to quote out additional things. If you're not comfortable like giving them a price right in the spur of the moment, which is oftentimes not a good idea to give them a price right off the top of your head, is take a look, go through your estimating process again, take pictures, do everything you need to do, and then say, I will give you a price tomorrow, or I'll send you an email tonight when I get home with the price. And then they can decide if they want to go ahead with the additional work. And then where the gray area can be is whether or not, if you're going to do something out of the kindness of your own heart. Now, this is a little bit of it can be a slippery slope if you have some nefarious characters that are going to try and take advantage of you. But something that happens to us quite frequently is we'll be working for older clients, and they may be empty nesters, or they're just elderly and they don't have anyone to help them. And oftentimes contractors are capable humans that can pick up things. My brother and I are decently strong, so we've helped many a client move Christmas trees, move furniture, move whatever, huge heavy pieces of art, or just end tables, anything. That's just like a nice thing to do if you're not going to hurt yourself and you're confident you're not going to mess anything up. So that's just a kindness and a nice thing to do, where that again instills another layer of respectability and a kind of goodwill amongst you and your clients, and that stuff can go a really long way. And a lot of times too, they might reciprocate with, like, we've gotten tipped at the end of jobs, which is always funny. Or like they make you cookies, or they're just send you a kind email, or whatever it may be. But all of that goes a long way in instilling kind of a good reputation, which is something you really want to be focused on as you're building up your clientele and your business. So say the client requested additional work, and then they said they were okay with you doing it for time and materials. Sometimes this happens where you didn't give them like a price range for how much it's going to cost. And we've done this before too, where we've invoiced something out later, and it's become an issue where they thought the price was too high for the additional work. So this is where, when you invoice it, you want to be specific with, this is how many hours it took me to do it, this is the hourly rate that I charge for these hours, and then these are the materials that I used to accomplish this task. So the more specific you are in your invoice with the additional work, just the less friction that you're going to have with the client, because they're going to see everything that it took to get that extra work done, and that's what's justifying the price. So that will hopefully keep your change orders moving along smoothly, and just keep in mind, if it doesn't take you too long, a kindness can go a long way.